any feed.
Yeah, supposed to show that. That's why it's good. It's good to always do that one that says like don't end the stream automatically. Like say end
Yeah,
stream.
I don't have that, but like I said, I think I probably understand why I did that because like I'm streaming through. I used restream to stream this, not
Oh, okay.
straight up. Maybe that's why. That's definitely why. I should have used the normal thing, but I was trying to like test something in my restream to see if I could stream to like YouTube and Trovo simultaneously. So anyway, yeah, I sent you a stream key.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
yeah, you
started.
already saw that.
I've started like
Yeah, let me
basically.
just copy. Ah, I never enter room. Hopefully they've never started the match.
You've
The room
started.
does not exist. Voila, nothing spoiled. It's even good. Let me go and focus on my
Don't worry. Let me.
Instagram.
I can. I
Anyway,
can.
just start up.
I can stream here now.
Yeah, sure. Alright, let's see that. Watch stream. Let me go and share this stream link.
Declare.
Yeah, basically 30 FPS, but I'm Gucci.
Okay. All right, guys, how y'all doing? So we're taking over. We're getting ready to go. You can see the boys are already in the air, getting ready for a wonderful game. I'm joined here with Crowns, but he couldn't get into the game early, so he's seeing like a 30 FPS game right now. It's not too clear for him. Let's see how that goes.
No worry, guys, nothing spoil. We will be fine. We're still on my channel, so I can still keep my eye out on you guys, your predictions, and still see who's active in the chat. Vikendi has started. I admit that I have this one a little bit later. So that being said, I will leave this one on for a longer time than normal. That being said, let me go and copy the names of the team, of which I feel like I shouldn't be doing anymore. Let me know who you guys think is gonna win this match. Drop your predictions in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, on YouTube too.
Already.
I see YouTube.
Can you see the action,
Instagram.
Crowns? You see.
Yeah, I can already see the action. Active gaming.
Yeah, we see Active Gaming right next to two players from DT, and it is Rash and Leekson. They're just outside this building, about to see if they can approach Ted Bundy's position. They're sending in the nades. He runs upstairs. They've taken out half of his HP, so he's in real danger of them pushing up onto his location. It does require some support from his teammates, but they're all really far away from him right about now. The players from DT as well have players that you can see. They've taken him down. They approach him. The two of them approach him. That's exactly sometimes what you get, the dangers of moving across from several, like staying away from each other. As you can see, the boys from Active Gaming have now pulled up onto this position. Two players from Active, it is Lala and it is Vikers, who are pulling up onto this location exactly where DT's at. Nixon is pulling up right there. As you can see, Vikers is on the bit. But at the end of the day, Lala is able to get that knock. Rash is upstairs, coming up, trying to get an attack right there, and Lala is able to get that knock onto him.
How about that? One more player is going to be left
revive. Go and revive first now before punching.
I know, right? I mean, they did land on each other in oh my goodness, he carried him. They did land on each other in Miramar, so that probably explains why he's doing that. He's like, you guys should leave our drop spots for us, leave us alone. But anyway, I did see another hot drop going on where we saw Spaza EST6 up against guys from Team Hill. I don't know why everybody's in Trev, no Paul on Solid Army. They're probably confused. They're like, what's everybody looking for in our drop spot? You guys were not here since like what, 5 days ago? Why is it now you're coming in? 2 players lost for Team Hill though. And on Solid Army, I still believe they still got all 4 players up. Spaza EST6 is also in the vicinity, which is what begs the question. Why are they doing this though? Ooh, the baby boy! Trying to hold it up, but nope. Not in the hands of that Bison. I'm going to completely deadly. I'm just going to remain daddy. But anyway, as I was saying, it begs the question, why are they doing this though? Because these 3 teams, other than Hill, which I don't understand why they're doing this, who find themselves in front. Ooh, the 40 got squad.
What? I was. Oh my goodness. What? Wait. What?
And you miss it, bro.
Bruh.
4 kills, my guy.
Bruh.
4 flipping kills, bro. What are you saying?
I was like, my whole mind was like, they're pushing onto Daddy. Let's see what happens with Daddy. And next thing, Connie is getting himself 4 kills. Now he's turning his sights onto Hail Daddy. He already knows it's that building. Obviously, someone is coming with some extra ginger today, trying to get like more kills in this game. But man, guy, you blink, you miss this kind of things. Who would imagine that he would get 4 kills and not just against any team, against Spaza?
Spaza. And you see, like right now, I feel like that's probably what Team Hale had in mind. Oh my God, it's some solid army. Let's just hot drop them, probably get a few points, jump up the leaderboard to at least third place. But I guess that just turned out very badly because Honey definitely came out here to play. As you can just see him, just wiped the whole squad, telling them get out of my drop spot. And now he's about to do the same thing to Daddy as he's just chilling for the rest of his teammates to form up since morning. People should form up. Let's clean this fight and get started. Ginger, he did this guy, but
Stop shouting at the rest of his guys. Guys, form up, let's push. Throwing the nades and everything, but Daddy is looking for who he would use as scapegoat today. As Baba
he wants to hand back somebody to the lobby.
that thing is sweet too. It is sweet too.
Telling you guys.
Love you.
Man.
There's no greatest joy when you love someone and take them. I died though.
Anyway,
but
I'm seriously not liking the way Unsolid Army is playing this one. And one part of me just said that he's gonna touch this. Because like Holy's been here for like the longest and now he's taking some shots. But he's OP with a headshot. Up onto Daddy. Down he goes. And I think that's just gonna spell the end for Team Hale. If I were to be on Solid Army right now, especially Honey, I'll probably do all the emotes that I've got in my body. But that man, he's out here saying, you know what, we're probably not going out in 15th place. And let's just see. Once again, be sure to drop your predictions on YouTube on YouTube and on my Instagram as we already have that poll going up. At this point, I want to say fuck it is not going to be counted. Let us just vote for second place. But anyway, let's just go up onto my Instagram and let's drop those votes. Like I said, I've seen people drop their predictions already. We saw Dicky and Temper win that last one, and
do you know that fun fact?
Yeah.
Fun fact. There's no tournament that I've streamed that 4KT is playing, except 4KT is not playing. That 4KT has not won. Fun fact.
I have seen one though.
Which one?
Umzanzi.
No. I said streaming, not casting.
Like you're streaming. Oh, personally.
Yeah, personally streaming.
I've actually streamed one personally though. SEL, the last scripted League.
Okay. Yeah.
Where we saw Influence Rage Africa win that one. Slime for KT did come out in, was it third? I think. Was it third or second? One of the two though, because I know G3 Temper was also in that top of the leaderboards. But that being said, yeah, that's just to show you that these people are breakable, they are human. So in case you want to know, just how can we beat Slime 4KT? In case you know any player from Influence Rage Africa, you might want to go there with your book and biro, take a little bit of notes, and to let us understand what's going on. Votes already coming in on Instagram. Be sure to go drop your own votes. Poll's been up for about 5 minutes now. We're 8 minutes into the game. We're going to be stopping that poll at say 20 minutes into the game. Maybe not up to that, maybe like 10 more minutes, and we'll end that poll so you guys can actually give us your predictions. But anyway, we've got active gaming up against Navi.
All right, you can see the boys from Navi already. They've got one player down. The guys from active being absolutely cautious in this one. They're trying as much as possible not to rush it, because they know, of course, it's the guys from Navi and they want to just take their time and that obviously gives Navi Venom the chance to get that revive. I do feel like in positions like this, you should actually, now that you destabilize the team and you've got one man down, it's your opportunity to take them down. But they decided to go back and not make their move right there. So that gives the boys from Navi the opportunity to push back at them. You can see Lord taking up those shots, and I don't know. what do you think about situations like this? I feel like they should. That was their opportunity to make that move, especially when you're one man down and you're taking down a particular player. You should actually, against these players, you should actually be making that move early, and that's what's creating the situation right here now, where the boys from Navi have. Lala brought up pan. Did you see that?
How about that?
That
Well,
pan.
one thing I seriously know is that this Navi team, when it comes to pushing into a compound, attacking a compound, they do that very excellently.
Mm,
And you can just see them, they just pulled it off once again, getting that full wipe onto the three members of Active Gaming, right? These guys are actually very good when it comes to pushing. Defending, like I said, they don't do that so well. But when it comes to attacking a spot, they can do that very well. I actually did see the end of Active Gaming from the instance I saw that Navi pushed up onto down because that team is crazy. Like I wouldn't even call them aggressive, I'll just call them crazy because I've seen these guys decide to commit to a full 4v4 fight without helmets.
mm.
But anyway, another fight that we've got going on is UAE and the guys from Dream Team. Dream Team not quite able to perform so well in the first and second game. I didn't even see them in the first game, but out here they are in the third game now. They're trying to redeem themselves as they will be taking some shots towards the guys from UAE who tried to crash into his corner. Currently, Storm the only one here as he does let those nades fly. Oh, sorry, let those bullets fly. And I feel like this is probably why there's no storm here. There's too many storms in this lobby. But HQA getting started with MZR. I do not know where that is going on. But we do see that one getting started as the push is getting initiated. Slime 4KT getting taken out by the third party on this one. Because how about that? How about that? You came to third party fights, but now you didn't chop. Anyways, I think it was just caught on rotation, but BJE utilizing the map, like I keep calling it, Vikendi, the third party central of PUBG Mobile. As you can see them just coming in for the third party. And speaking of third party, we've also got Slime 4KT on another third party. So guys, we've got two fights going on.
Man, it's like party after party at every single corner. Like I'm even wondering, like, okay, which one am I going to hold up on? Which one am I going to watch? Because it's the guys from UAE who lost one player fighting up against 4KT, as well as DT, who is up in that building, and you can see everyone is just sending off shots onto themselves. Breezelock might be able to get revived right there, so you can see Aima already getting that revive, and I feel like they're just going to. I feel like knowing 4KT, they'll just back off like a little, or they'll push up onto the guys on DT who are in that building.
I mean, it just depends on how well they understand the situation, right? You've got that whole vague information going on. So they probably do not know that they are fighting up against two teams. They probably knocked two different teams, and they probably, I feel like some players or some teams are actually able to keep up and see that you knocked team 4 and now you knocked team 5, right? But
Mm.
not everybody is able to keep up with that most of the time. But I think Slime for probably understand what's going on. You can already see them grabbing those onto the guys from UAE, and now they're committing to a 2-2 split where they've got two players watching the guys from UAE and two players watching those boys from Dream Team. Question is it gonna work out? We've got people voting for Slime 4KT like seriously out here on Instagram. So let's just see. Let me clear this Miramar. Oh, now I didn't get my screenshots.
Everybody will get one naira at the end of the day.
At the end, I mean, it's just the first two people to get the right prediction. Someone already said make it a 3-piece for 4KT. That's going to be pushy out here. Not so many responses, though. So, guys, you really want to come vote for this one, though. Anyway, Navi getting the fight started against Blackjack Esports. Two very crazy teams. And now Navi on the attack, but this time they've lost Black on the first engagement. Cheddar goes down, but the jump shot coming in from Plaza gonna be completely eliminating the guys from Navi as Blackjack Esports looking. Like I said, this team coming in today, they actually did come in and then they're already saying like they want to come in on the top of that leaderboard. But Slime 4KT on the other hand, they're like, nah, bro, you guys are not catching up, bro. Not when we're here.
Man, it will be really curious to see who actually ends up in that leaderboard. Aside from Slime 4KT, like they have to bring in some mad crazy games. Navi was looking really good, but now that they have
Yeah,
been
I really
taking, I actually thought they would do better in this game, but man, the teams are just going wild. What do you think about a team like Lag Esports winning this one? If I'm going to vote, if I'm going to put my own predictions, it'll be on Lag. I feel like Fantasy and Co can do something. I feel like they can do
my,
something.
my prediction goes out to BJE though. Looking pretty out there in double Metro. Love to see it. 4 more minutes. My back. How about that? Anyway, I've got my eye out on BJE because I believe they can do it. Like I said, BJE currently sitting about 30 points behind Slime 4KT. But given that chicken dinner that Slime 4KT or the two back-to-back chicken dinners, definitely gonna boost 4KT up on the leaderboards. But that's the thing. In the first two games, Blackjack Esports also did have a little solid, or actually solid results. But I think I don't think they'll be able to catch up to Slime 4KT. At least not with this form that Slime 4KT has got going on.
And they're on some mad crazy form that I can't even explain, which just makes me like wonder how the next PMCO is going to be, man. Like everyone is going up like get. When is the PMCO Africa going to start?
All things considered, probably in early February because I know PMGC ends late January, so like early February should be engagement southern part of the map.
The boys from Psycho.
Those boys from Psycho, bro. And they drop
This is like the worst vehicle you get caught up in while you're rotating.
Bro,
like if you
I call it one mark.
If you escape from this vehicle, you know you tried. But like for me, I can't wait for PMCO. Like that's the, should I say my most interesting show to watch like all year. Like sometimes I'm telling you. Like sometimes I actually go back and watch like the previous PMCO, just relax, because the thing is always like super wild. Like you see teams bringing out like strats that you've never seen before. Like they are playing their absolute best.
I'm looking forward to this one because the reason why I'm looking forward to this one is because of I have a strong feeling that the games are gonna have like very vague information, like the whole you can't see you can't see the footsteps on the map, you can't see the vehicle signs on the map, you can't see all of that. And I really want to see how these teams are going to play to that new system that PUBG Mobile is bringing. I don't know if PUBG Mobile will do it, but I'm guessing they will, given that they already started like implementing it now in like the recent tournaments. But yeah, that one I'm looking forward to, and we're just gonna see how this is gonna play out for most of these teams. And right now, if you know you want to play PMCO, now is the time to form up your team so you guys can actually get enough practice before the main competition starts.
Yeah, exactly. I do feel like enough teams. I mean, yeah, several teams would have gotten like some practice within the tournaments that are going on right now. The many scrims, like there are many small tournaments and scrims that are being hosted from COC to Vertigo. I even hear like the competition coming out from the Vibe guys. So
yeah, I was actually talking to one of them like yesterday. Sometime in March. So guys, wee. Seventh is out of killing, getting pissed out from the vehicle out there by Glizlock.
Wait, is Glizlock
one knock just come up? Yep.
Uh-huh.
One nade goes out. It's a beautiful two-piece nade. Gets one player down. Or lobbies one player, gets the other player down, and Slime 4KT begin to pounce. And the first team they're starting is going to be the guys from 17th out of killing. They've lost 2 players, and it's now a 2v2 right now as we go Glizlock and Aima pushing up onto that one. By defense is going to be Sonex taking some shots, but Glizlock, I like the fact that most of the time they just like let the grenades do the talking. And there we've got one more nade going out, a little bit overcooked. Almost burnt that nade there, but the molly definitely not too cooked. As you can see, the pre-firing where it's going to do. Ease up, Glizlock. Calm down. They're just playing. Just kidding. Nothing too serious, but Aimado is not having it. He's pushing up onto that one. He's got about 50 or make that 20% HP left. Has to heal up on that one. He wants to make sure they don't run away. And you can see the rest of Slime Community just pulling up onto this fight. Wow, okay. Talk about boosting.
Man, the way Slime 4KT is playing these days, I don't even understand. Like their movements, their awareness, attacking, everything is just on point. I don't know if it's Glizok or if it's Zeus that has brought like that extra spark in their team, but there's a certain way that they're playing right now. I'm curious to see how they do, upcoming tournaments in the next Mzanzi.
You want to know who brings the spark?
I'm telling you. Well,
do you want to know?
I think it's
It's Mentor from KT, bro. What's up? It's the mentor out there in the chat.
Cool.
But anyway, it's now a 4v1. Son trying to run, but unfortunately, Sonic's definitely not going to have that speed of Sonic to run away from the boys from Slime 4KT as they piece him up. That's going to be the end of the boys from Seven Sins Art of Killing. And, well, someone said UAE for the win. UAE is still alive in this one, and I do see them. They were getting shot at a little bit on that map, and let's just see. Where do we have the play zone now, though?
Okay, so the play zone's about to shrink. You can see the guys on Volt in that zone. You got Lag, you got Psycho, you got BJE. Several different teams will be looking to rotate. I do see UAE not too far away from the boys from DT. Dream Team I do think they have one player who has been knocked and getting panned. Oh my
Fight
god.
on North, fight on the North is on Solid Army.
Yeah, is it a senior man that they did this to? Is he a senior man they did that to?
Fight on the North.
Okay, yes.
Purple UA on Solid Army up against HQA. The nades, the revives, the smokes, everything is coming out right now. As Stress and Hody push up onto Schnitz. Schnitz gets. Oh! Gigi, getting pushed by Report Gigi. That man's headphones definitely forgot those headphones in Miramar. As on Solid Army do get taken out by the guys from HQA out on that northern edge of the zone. They have to get the revives and get into the zone with the smoking vehicles as the fight between UAE and Dream Team has broken out.
Yeah, it does look like the guys from UAE have taken out Dream Team, sending them back into the lobby. We're now down with just 9 guys left. You do have the guys from Slime 4KT rotating around. Hopefully, there's a build or a couple of buildings that they can get themselves into right there. You still have the boys from Citizens as well who are slowly getting into that zone. They've got a vehicle. I do think the guys from UAE might get into a fight with Slime 4KT. You can see Sahil already spotting a player right there. And yes, one of the players from UAE has been taken down. It is the some nice shots right there coming in from Sahil. It does look like OKT has gotten into a
and they do lose one player though. It's gonna be Gleeslock going down. I think it's one of the players from HQA. Or make that UAE as they try to get into the zone, but the play zone is gonna do its damage, do its toll on the Inspector as he goes down. Same thing can be said about Madra as he also goes down. And I think those were not from Gleeslock as you can just see them avoiding him those kills as those players go down. Aimer is here for the revive. One more player left for UAE, and Beamer is probably out here, biting his nails, saying, "Come on, you guys can do it." But 11 stomps on the parade as he gets that knock from the side. Like I said, Vikendi, the third-party central of PUBG Mobile, as you just see him just laying down prone. He did get that knock or get that final kill onto the last member from UAE. As now Citizens look to want to face the boys from Vote Africa.
Alright, this is a really tough one. You can see Brunin just across in the buildings right next to where Citizens is looking to push out. If I was in this situation, I'll be looking to get that move. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of this position. But let me take a look at MZR. It does look like it just has one player left. They just have one player left. They got Psycho in front of them. We'll be back with the Citizen fight in just a minute. And you can see right there, they get taken out. Right there. The boys
Citizens, though.
Yep.
They still have to get into the zone. And I know this team likes to play on the edge. So that's the thing. How long can you play the edge? The Candy zones are not the nicest, but we see up in that northern edge of BJE getting engaged by the guys from HQA. Oh, but we Slime 4KT active on the third party as I did see Zeus get. Oh, no. Another player going down to report GG, but BJE, they've still got 2 players up. So do not count them out yet. Do not count them out yet as they let those nades fly. It's a good nade up onto Schnitz and report. Doesn't quite land. Letting those nades fly. Plaza, he's trying to get out of there. Got just 2 players left. 4 kills to their name, but they're running straight into the mouth of the guys from HQA as Skinny is able to down one more player from Blackjack Esports. 1 more player left on BJE. HQA definitely taking this engagement just as quick, and Slime 4KT crashing into the compound. The nade, or the shots actually from Gleeslock, gonna do it. That second nade from Storm. This man is bathing them. He's just letting those throwables fly as the zone is here. Zone is here to complete this fight. More nades coming out from Storm. It's a
Yo.
nade. One more player left from HQA. Skinny is not surviving that zone. He survived the zone, but definitely not Storm's bullets. As you can see, more nades coming out up onto Whisker from Slime 4KT. This
Oh
team
no, man.
straight up bullying
Oh
those nades.
no.
Landing. It's a beautiful one from Storm. Oh,
Hey.
no. Slime
Hey.
4KT.
Hey. Uh-uh.
This is the complete situation of a way. Straight up piecing up the lobby. Rizwan and the boys from Psycho getting pushed by the boys from Laggy Sports, and those nades have already started to land in the top floor. They've got one player in the blue zone doing that huge strat, I believe. But the question is, can they handle it as Mr. X, one of his nades, lands up onto Fantasy?
All right, the boys from Lag looking to push onto this position where you got the boys from Psycho also it out in that building. You got V2K in a flank position, so if 19 wants to push up, he definitely needs those smokes, and you already see him popping it out already, trying to send them nades onto that position where you do have V1. They're sending their own protectors too along the same region, but you can see 19 pretty much doing the work right there. V2K needs to get into this one because he might be able pull up something for his team. But now that he has been spotted, you can see 19 getting the knock right there onto BTK, and they can now focus on pushing up onto that position where you do have Real1 and Psycho. I mean, Real1. I'm saying Real1. I said that you're a boy.
Actually, it's just Rizwan to hold it up as Psycho happens to be the one in the blue zone going, oh no, actually no, it's Rizwan and Psycho. Oh, Laggy Sports on the other hand are the ones that have one player in the blue zone going for that huge strat. Oh, that's actually interesting. Anyway, things we love to see. 19's got the pan in hand, throwing it upstairs. Who knows? You might just once, and that's the thing, right? With that pan, once you hear that boom, you know that has happened as citizens do get taken out by Slime 4KT. But anyway, we're still continuing with this fight because this is like the only active fight going on. Onto the stairs, the shots connect. Up onto Rizwan, 19. He gets that memo. The nade's coming out, and he eventually gets that knock onto Mr. X. But that nade is beautiful onto Fantasy. I don't think he's gonna stop 19 in his tracks as he's still pushing up that stairs. He wants to grab that revive. Slime 4KT heard those noise, and I think they might just want to form up into that fight. We see a team still alive on this one. We're down to 4 teams. It's going to be Laggy Sports, Psycho, Slime 4KT, and the green team, which is going to be none other but Vote Africa with a full squad as we're about to get that zone shift once again.
Definitely, we're going to be seeing one of these guys, either 4KT or Volt, pushing up onto this exact position. But Volt might not do that. Slime 4KT might not as well, because you're seated up in that zone quite comfortably. But the guys from Psycho have somehow survived this onslaught. At some point in time, it looked like they were going to get taken out by 19. But 19 is putting the work. He turns his side.
What is that? Slime 4KT here with the nades though. And I think 19 understood that, one of those players got knocked, and you can see just pushing up the stairs. He's got that flaming gun in hand, and you can just see them pushing up, fully engaging onto that fight. And there we go, Psycho out. We're down to 3 teams left in the lobby. Slime 4KT with 4, Vote Africa with 4, and Laggy Sports with 3. But make that 2 as they've got 1 player in that blue zone. Slime 4KT do get that play zone though. Slime 4KT sitting out here with 15 kills already. How about that?
Man, Slime 4KT sitting down with 15 kills, man. It's like whether they win or not at this point in time, they already have enough points for the chicken dinner. You get what I'm saying? So right
That's
now,
already a chicken dinner on its own, and Storm's
exactly.
nade onto the wizard. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Laggy Sports might be the ones to play third party, might be the ones to play spoiler, and Glizlock has got the LMG in hand. Ama gets another thirst onto the guys from Vote Africa, and this fight has gotten started as Pruning is trying to hold it up against Line 4KT, going for the drop shots. Down goes Zeus from the third party from behind. Hits down 2. Or make that 2 from Laggy Sports. He's fighting 2 teams. This man's probably going to be so confused. He has to push outside. Running up against Glizlock. Glizlock gets his head down. He doesn't separate that button. He jumps or vaults the window. And down he goes. Slime 4KT with a third winner chicken dinner of the day as Berserk. As well as 5 first states left, and he definitely cannot out-heal the full squad of Slime 4KT. Glizlock with 8 kills. That is what? 8, 10, 17, 18, 19 kills to their name, and the winner chicken dinner? Ban slime for KT, please. 3 chicken dinners in a row? Oh no.
Um,
Let me check on Instagram
um,
who we've got this
um,
time.
um,
Danny
man.
Brown CQC and Manny
Man.
YT, both of you. Oh man, what was this?
Man. That there are no words. You can see it yourself, see what it is. There's no words to define it. There's no words to define, that gameplay. You've seen it. There's nothing else we can say that is more than what you have seen right here. There's nothing we can say.
Oh man.
But ew. All here's time for
Mm.
KT. Just leave this game for them.
Anyway, it's the final game of the day, and it's Sanhok. We know how this team does on Sanhok, right? Let's not even get started on that. Because last game is gonna be Sanhok, and these guys are actually very, very crazy, man, and very brazy too. Because Slime for KT might just actually, if Slime for KT walks home with all 4 chicken dinners today, man, that is a huge slap on the face to pretty much all the teams in this lobby. Because, bro, they're all the ones you guys have been using all these days. We'll just be letting you guys play. Today, we're in for business. Today, we're here for trouble. That is definitely what the boys from Slime 4KT are saying. But in case you want to know if Slime 4KT are going to win that final match of the day, there's only one place you can find it out here. So be sure to come back in about 5-10 minutes where we'll be with you in Sandhawk. I'm going to start up the Sandhawk predictions on Instagram. So be sure to pull over there. Also, if you're new to the stream, subscribe to the channel, like the stream, and be sure to actually like the stream because I've got 60 views and just 13 likes. Come on, guys, you can do better. But anyway, see you guys soon. Stay safe.
Let's go back to yeah, that's the yeah, that's a player. Let me get on some dick. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Mm. Mm.
show you off. Come out, I'm pulling up. Come out, I'm pulling up, yeah. Oh ma, lo que tengo contigo ma. Esto está fijo ma. She told me that I make.
This one we didn't even prepare graphics, didn't even prepare a lot.
Imagine.
Like we just rush. I just
suppose we just holiday cruise or just use one or two hold body.
We like saying our cruise be the way now, sir.
Oh my god, we just start competition on top cruise level. Say, oh yeah, boys, how far? Man, I'm trying. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are in Sanok, the most chaotic map of the game, and we're down for the chaos. Definitely down for the chaos.
How many degrees is it where you are, sir?
Currently, with the snowstorm that is going on, we're sitting on -2 degrees Celsius.
Madu, okay. Yours is cold, Asha. Me, I'm on 3.
Oh, like -2 is good numbers for us here, right? Because it's not, it gets worse, especially when there's snowstorms.
What does it get to normally?
Ever since I got here, the highest I've gotten to is -25. That was in 2019. Bro. I almost died.
What?
Bro,
What's that?
I almost died.
Like the lowest I've ever been in is -4. Like
whoa.
The lowest, like the lowest. It got to -4 January, but that was like at night, in the middle of the night. I was awake.
Over here, at night is not even usually now it's cold. But you see that morning afternoon, it actually gets crazy. Like the -25 is the highest I've seen so far. That was like sometime in 2019. I'm like, hey, music.
Yeah, I'm playing this.
With it.
Let me turn it off. Let me turn it off. All right.
Ooh,
people follow us.
Let's go.
Oh, see problem. They want people they mess.
They know they've got nothing to lose, right? And like they're stressing it, but
I'm on way to the down Grizzlock.
Yeah, Grizzlock is down. But 7 seasons out of make that MCR. They have lost one player. It's gonna be Clutcher who goes down. And Aima is definitely on it. Shots is also down. And I think they're down to just one player who is just Nova. So I forget to be so pissed. Because 7 seasons out of killing is also in the vicinity. What is going on?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why does they have to be slime pocket? I actually have a proposition. Like that I'm going to actually say. Fire, I can still hear the song.
You can see this. I've closed the browser. I hear it from the spirit realm.
But anyway, I don't know if slime pocket. You see, this was now pissing me. You've landed on me. I've wiped 3 of your members. Let your last player stand up and try and wipe me, right? Because now Nova is just out there snaking. And slime pocket is gone 3 players up.
He go bad, if they wipe out everybody.
If slime pocket actually makes it out of this, of which I've seen them do, it's gonna be crazy. They've lost one player, Grizzlock, the top fragger for the team, especially in the last game. That man finished with about. Against that knock onto Aimer though. But Storm is out here for the active revive. He's pushing up onto it. The jump shot comes in. The drop shot from Storm. Gonna down MZR. One team down, one more team to go. It's gonna be 7 seasons out of killing, and Zeus is actively trying to keep in touch with that team, trying to make sure he knows where that team is. But they're just chilling out there. He knows there is definitely a player in the main building, and he's trying not to just overextend, waiting for his teammates to grab that revive, and then he will just push up into the main building. But anyways, there's a whole lot of hot drops going on. Even on Solid Army got hot drops by Spaza ES6. I guess Spaza was definitely angry about what happened in the last game, and this time Spaza ending up on the winning side, landing on UA in Docks, which looking to me, I feel like it's boring toxicity, but whatever, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
One way or the other, Dream Team and Active Gaming switched to drop spots. I don't know. Oh, now I know. So apparently, I think these teams decided to hot drop themselves today because they've been hot dropping themselves since Miramar. In Miramar, Active Gaming or dropped DT, wiped DT. In Vikendi, Dream Team or dropped Active Gaming and Active Gaming won. Now in Sanhok, Active Gaming wanted to land on Dream Team, they went to Hatin, and Dream Team wanted to hot drop on Active Gaming, they went to Painan. So like, so both teams end up in their different. But anyways, on that west eastern edge of the circle, we do have another hot dropper. We've got Citizens being hot dropped by the guys from Team Hill. This was something I saw coming, but I didn't think it was gonna happen. I thought it was just gonna be a stream thingy. But Citizens, I know they're a smart team. They don't look like a team that is red that even wants to take that engagement. You can just see them just like practicing social distancing, holding their angles, trying to get their loot. Because I feel like if there's one thing Citizens has learned from this tournament, it's going to be do not waste too much time on engagements. Right, I've seen them do, especially when they get hot dropped. I've seen them get hot dropped in like a few times in this tournament, whereby they ended up not fighting, but they didn't get enough loot for the day.
You know I'm laughing. You know I'm laughing.
They're still giving me.
You know I'm laughing. No, it's not that. It's not that. I'm laughing at the chat. Madara was like, I can feel, I can hear Madara's voice, right? When he's making these statements. Let me read it. Let me read it. Madara said, $200 is not small money.
No small money.
Don't make me vex.
Broken out in boot camp though.
Oh, wait.
Fight has broken out in boot camp though. It's like okay, team against AOK. AOK is left with one player. They did knock two players from slide. The last player said,
yeah!
Let's go.
Oh, damn, man.
Bro! 10 for the star points though. Like I know he always does that dance, and that's what we do. Star boy, 2 teams landing on them, 7 kills. They lost only 1 player. You see, I was watching the fight, right? At the time, Slime KT had just 2 players down, and Storm came out clutch. We had M249, bro. What is going on? Slime KT, you don't do this. Slime KT, you don't do this. This is absolutely bullying. You know, people wanted to be like, oh, you guys will not win this last game, and here they are just blessing them with 7 points. Oh, child.
They need to open up. They need to open up an academy, you know? That's teaching people. Myself, I want to join the academy just in case people are teaching how to play the game. Please.
Oh, boy, man.
I want to learn. In case so, I will pay. Don't worry. Just put your
I'll go and beg Glizlock and Storm.
Just put your fee.
Release forms.
You understand? Release form. I beg the school. You understand?
Registration form. Slime KT School of Advanced PUBG Mobile.
I beg. Just release it. Open. Do YouTube video or put it on Udemy. Put it on Udemy. Let's buy the course. Let's buy the course. Put it there. Just teach us how to play the game. Because obviously. Not the same thing. It's not the same shoot button I have. It's meant for your shoot button. And I don't know how to configure my shoot button like yours.
Things don't they differ like this. That M for what they shoot.
It's not the same thing.
You know, the M4 on the vary. Because man, you can only imagine how that would have just been like having like 2 teams land on you, maintaining such calmness, and then able to wipe the squad, and boom, 11 comes into the fight, takes the baby boy down. He's like, sit down, boy. 11, let's go! 007 pushing up onto 11. 11 goes for the jump shot. He jumps to the other side of the fence, and he's got to just, let's go! Let's flipping go! 11! This man is a beast. Look at that Q feed, bro. The glacier all over the place. Damn, Citizens taking their time on this one. They're like, oh, you want to hot drop me and wait for me, man, go collect me. And Freddy, bro, the last one left, is chopping bullets from every single directions and gobbling. Take him in, taking him out. Bro, you love that. Everybody that has tried to hot drop today has failed. You love to see it.
Damn, crazy stuff happening.
11, bro. Madara says Citizens for the win, though. So 11, you got a little bit of responsibilities on your shoulders, bro. Loska painting the walls of Sanhok. You're gonna pay for damages, bro. And in case you make it in the top 3, we'll remove the money for damages from your prize pool. Compra?
Yeah, dude. All right, so let's take a look at the guys from HQA on that hill. So if I feel like they might get into a fight with D. DT is
Definitely,
already
I think.
making that move.
I think that's the play, bro. That is the play.
Wahala. For me, DT will win. For me. Except Skinny has something to say about it. Let's go. And Skinny had
Let's
something to
see.
say. Skinny had something to
He
say.
did have something to say, bro. Rash, definitely down.
When they have sometimes you actually do statements, then they come true. You can see Fierce
I'm telling
throwing
you.
in. Volleys. Now they can push into the fire that they set to started blocking, but Fiercey G3 coming in with fire.
Goes down. Lucid start though. Able to try to hold it up. But no. Wait, what? Actually, yes! Yes, the wipe! What is this Sanok game? This is zone 2. We've lost 5 teams. This is chaos after chaos.
I feel like it was that moment when you know Fiercey decided to go in with the fire burning, like it reduced his HP rate, and then all of a sudden things just turned around because he might have been able to provide like a really fight there, but anyways, he decided his body was gingering, overconfidence. Sometimes it happens, and yeah, they find themselves out of the competition. That this is the last game anyway, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Madara Gaming. All this that time Emma drop an entire M24 mag just bag. Ew. Life.
It's life, oh. But anyway, we see Navi though moving closer and closer. Well, I'm just listening to the altar coming from Slime 4KT where Ava is saying at least you're not dead. How about that? How about that?
Oh god. Wait, how come I can't hear all chats? Like you guys can hear all chats. I can't hear.
How about that? I don't know.
Oh, actually, maybe it's a good thing. Probably
Just maybe.
Wait though, there's a close fight that might be happening right now between Spaza and UAE.
Oh my god, Madras left my leg up.
Who are the players
Man's
that were
getting tacked
who
up
are the
though.
players that were in the former UAE team that's not here?
Former UAE team, I think the only player that was here before, or the only players that were here before, is Inspector and Sahil. I think they were Inspector, Sahil. Oh my god, I'm not remembering the names. I don't remember. Like the names are literally on the tip of my tongue. Like I can see them like this, but it's not just coming. Ooh, Cyrus the Virus though. My girl, not my guy, coming in today clutch. But Umar on the support is able to down one of those players, but say what? Umar goes down to, and now UAE will be left to just one more player, which is going to be Sahil, trying to see if he can hold down the fort. Probably grab 1 or 2 revives onto his teammates, but I don't know. Cyrus the Virus looks like she's got an eye on them, on that off angle. But at the same time, Heineko has to grab that revive onto next. Lame, trying to see if he can just push up a little bit, try to just give them a little bit of fear, put fear in the hearts. But that revive comes up to Inspector, and trust me, if you know this UAE team, you should know that just that Inspector dude, him being alive alone, is actually a whole lot for that team. Heineko going for that thirst though, rendering this fight to now a 2v4.
And the guys from UAE, then 2 players to this particular one with the guys from Sparta pretty much get kicked. You can see that knock. Ooh, that was quick from Sahil.
Love to see it, bro.
All right.
Love to see it.
Now it is a 2v3.
Usually no noise.
They're not making their
What do you
way. They're
know?
looking to
Of
try
course,
to find
they're
a
not
way
really
to
starting
rotate into that zone. But yeah, running away from one,
Yeah,
then
that one
run
is
up
okay.
to jam another one. As Cyrus the Virus is just waiting for somebody to come out there. But why though? Why did you come down? Why? All right, they're trying to
Maybe
send a
this is
nade.
best known
Yeah,
to
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're trying to send a nade right there, and Sahil knows.
Cyrus.
Pardon?
Cyrus the
Yeah.
virus, though. I'm watching that nade, but it doesn't quite connect. It's got his eye out on those two players.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we know about this game, there's some places you do not want to find yourself fighting. And in Sanhok, one of those places happens to be in the quarry because that quarry place, it's actually very weird. Like Sahil and Inspector could actually come all the way down and decide to just third party this, and you can
Very
just see that
weird.
distraction coming out from Inspector because he knows that he can
Very
actively keep
weird.
that player at bay.
Yeah.
But now Cyrus the Virus trying to see if she can actually just throw that nade up onto Sahil, letting the headphones do the sights, doing the scene for her, and now she's just getting out of there because she's like, nope, you guys are definitely not going to do this one on me. And you can just see her heading out and probably laughing just like the backpack, like, no, be me. Active gaming though, pulling up back again to Pochinki Hill. I said Pochinki Hill to what's that hill called again? To the boot camp hill close to Painan. Able to get a knock up onto Zeus. We did see Slime 4KT
So
push up onto them like some days back and they got the wipe, but she's gonna do it again. She's definitely hitting those shots when they're coming for the third party. The revives have been come out. Actually come up onto Slime 4KT. I think they've got vehicles, do they? Oh no, they don't.
still
Hmm. But anyways, it's funny how so many people have died, yet there's still like a lot of actions blooming as Sahid is going to definitely bleed out to the zone. Down goes UAE. It's going to be the end of that fight. Someone predicted UAE to win this game, but unfortunately, UAE is definitely not winning that one. I actually have to go to Instagram to go and check because right now I should have ended this a long time ago. But let's see. Temper again. Half of everybody voted for Slime for KT, bro. What's up? What's
So
up?
let's see who actually gets the predictions right this time around. I think someone voted
I'm
for
telling you.
SDZ because SDZ is doing
Yeah,
really well
Madara
right
voted
now.
SDC, bro.
All right, all right.
John did say Blackjack Sports. Citizens just wiped Navi, or they are in the process as Navi is left with one more player. GD1 trying to run away, but he's realizing that these guys are actually pre-cooking nades to where I want to run to. He's kept his gun, activating that JP strat with the nade in hand. Citizens, you know it's just one player left. Util, all this util they're using, not really necessary because it's Sanhok. You know how we run out of utilities, real quick. So guys, push up onto that last player just like they did, and now they got the full wipe onto the boys from Navi Africa.
Oh, really? And I do see the guys some lag getting into a fight of their own, but it's a really dangerous one right here as they do have SDZ on their corner as well, so they got to be really careful. As you can see, Fantasy getting thirsted by one of the players from SDZ right there, and now they all got to get into that zone. SDZ as well need to push into that zone right exactly where they do have the boys from Volt Esports, and you can see Seven already making that move. He's got sights onto the boys from Volt Esports, or he's being precautious. I'm not really sure, but there's a huge line between him and the next rock, and this is where things now begin to get dangerous. Horus and his boys can turn their sights onto them, and as you can see, Sad is just dangerously waiting. There's some fight coming on between Lag Esports as well, as they're just left with the one player, which is Berserk, who's trying to JP right now, get into that zone himself. He
Oh,
does see one
Bego.
of the players
Oh,
from the
Bego.
SDC in
Bego.
front of
Turn
him.
back. He's on fire. Ooh. Thank you, Goblin. Definitely what Bego is going to be saying right now. As he helped him get that player off of his back, he's like, well, I'm not dead. In Ema's voice, at least you're not dead. And then Citizens, though, they've just got a whole lot of luck as Slime 4KT has decided to third party this action, getting a knock onto one of the players from Vote Africa. But that is not going to stop Vote Africa as they will still be taking shots at Citizens. Bego goes down to the headshot. Beautiful from Wizard. Getting tagged up from the side by Spaza EST6. Wizard has to go prone. He's just holding it up as those nades will be landing very close to him. Has to go for that revive or has to go for the heal up. And Citizens just throwing those nades a little bit too short.
Bruto, you are still in this game. Oh. Look at where they are. They're in the zone.
They're not. They wouldn't be able to go for their traditional heal strat, as this time they've got only 18 first aids in the hands of
They're
DG.
coming
But
behind.
Stress, on the other hand, he cannot heal up, and now he's just gonna bleed out to the zone. Yeah. Yeah. Another zone shift, taking us very close to boot camp this time. And we're just gonna see how this one is going to play. Our citizens are still out here up against the boys from Vote Africa. Vote Africa hoping to play gatekeepers, but they cannot play it for long as both teams are very far from the zone. We're down to just 8 teams. Blackjack Esports sitting very comfortable in boot camp, and you can already see them holding that 4-man split in boot camp. But fight! Get started! 2 down, citizens! And now it's left with Bego and Goblin to hold it up, but the Wizard, that man is OP. He gets them down. And then they will continue on to the run into the map, into the zone. 5 kills to their name. And more fights breaking out on that southern edge of the zone. Dream Team trying to get into the zone. But it's just trouble everywhere. This is what you call trouble in Sanok. As we're now down to 7 teams left in the lobby. Anyway, shots coming out. As we can just see, Zeus trying to hold it up against the full team of Spaza. He was able to hold it up to get a 2-piece, but Storm is going to be there to complete the fight. As he's now getting pushed by Active Gaming, tries to get one player down, but Storm goes down himself, and that is going to be Active Gaming winning that engagement. Now it is now a 1v. Sorry, it's now a 4v4. Actually, there's still 4 teams alive. People in the blue zone. Oh no, Active Gaming votes Africa, BJE, and Unsolid Army will be the last teams left in this one. Active Gaming has to get into the zone, but Plaza, he is just letting those muddies rain up onto the guys from Active Gaming. I like these splits coming out from BJE, but the guys from Vote Africa are the ones that are actually going to suffer this. I see BJE already winning this game, right? Because Vote Africa, unless they've got a shit ton of smokes, you don't want to actually be in glitch houses, and you can already see them biting, or you see it biting them in the butt as Active Gaming clashes them in that one. Cloud OP pushing up onto that fight already. You can already see he letting those shots go into that house. He's got the nades in hand. Lost Cow Wizard and Horus trying to hold it up against the boys from Active Gaming. That nade goes out from Cloud, lands into that house. Boom! It explodes. Doesn't quite get the knock. He's using those headphones to just trace those footsteps, but now he's lost 2 teammates as it's just Lala and Cloud left to hold the fort. Coming in from the side, third party from Plaza as he's just waiting for that fight to end. BJE, like I already said, I can already see them winning this game. As you can already see those nades still coming out from Active Gaming onto the guys from Vote Africa. That nade is good from Cloud, but the zone is not going to permit it. Blackjack Esports coming in for the third party. And Blackjack Esports walk home with the final winner chicken dinner of the day with 3 kills to their name.
Well, your predictions came through at the end of the day. Coming in the final game of the day, it is Blackjack Esports winning this one. But man, a great tournament coming in at the end of the day from Slimefuck AT. I do believe that we can say congratulations to them right now. I mean, with the amount of kills they've had throughout the day, with the position they were in before today, and getting those amount of winner chicken dinner, I think it is undisputed that they have won the tournament. I don't know who's second, who's third, who's fourth, who's 15th, but man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported the entire tournament. Shout out to Mamba, shout out to Seven, shout out to Crowns, of course. Shout out to the entire staff of Vertigo. Staff of Vertigo this time around was absolutely new. Being handled by Clutch, being handled by Blue Storm from Nexel Gaming, and they did a fantastic job. It was like the first time. We had some issues here and there, but I mean, it was a great learning process so that the next ones that we bring out learn from it. I mean, and if this were like the worst issues we could have, it's stable. Some tiny issues here and there. I feel like the next things will be a lot better. So thank you for the turn up from everyone. It was amazing. You have any words, Crowns?
And thank you all for the support.
Yep.
You guys know the real vibes. Would always vibe. We're out here bringing you guys tournaments left and right. So that being said, teams, For those teams that were not able to make it up to the finals and also up to like where they actually wanted in the leaderboards. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to disband. Now is the time to actually just get better, work on your
Exactly.
teamwork, and be sure to
Exactly.
watch back, look at your mistakes, and improve the
Exactly.
gameplay. Like we
I, I,
said.
I, I feel like there's a
Hmm.
there's a lot to learn from teams like you know A and
Hmm.
KT because
Hmm.
like even teams like DT as well. Like sometimes when you stay together, yes, 4KT. The thing is, a lot of teams have gotten better. It's just that 4KT keeps raising the game, right? They keep raising
All
the
right,
bar.
they're raising that bar.
You understand? Yeah, like they've not stayed stagnant at all. But definitely disbanding is not solving your. You understand? It's
Hmm.
not, you're not going to all of a sudden boom just become like more OP than 4KT by disbanding. Or if you stay together, you keep training, you keep practicing. I think that synergy will work for you at the end of the day. And who knows? Hey, so you're an infinity that won the Mzanzi. Oh,
Right.
exactly. So yeah. Well, let's see how PMCO goes. I mean, from everything I've seen, yeah, definitely. I have favorites that I'll be looking out for in the next PMCO. For me, that's all I'm waiting for. Just PMCO. Like I'm just waiting to just see how that one goes because I know, man, that is wow. That's good. So yeah, it's just popcorns for me. Getting ready for that, and yeah, we'll see how it
You know
goes.
the vibes, man. Always popcorns because we chilling. We're
Yep.
chilling, bro. But
Yep.
anyway, thank you all for tuning in. That's gonna be all for today. Enjoy your days. Stay safe, stay connected, practice social distancing, don't do drugs, use protection. You know the vibes. Do not hack the game.